Alright, welcome to Silver Bullet session, New York AM. So, let's go for it. So, how is market looking like right now? I'll remove all my old drawings. Alright, so how I start is go to daily time frame, see what we're doing right now, and simply just work your way from the daily time frame. So now looking at this NQ March contract, we are trading in this volume imbalance right now, which is Newark opening gap. Yeah, we are just bullish right now in terms of price action here, but market has built some sell side. This Newark opening gap, we didn't come nowhere near that, and then now we're trading in this other one. I'm kind of thinking that maybe we could like flip price lower and move actually to the downside. But now, is that something that I should really anticipate to see? Because all right, market has relative equal lows with these 4-hour lows, this sell side liquidity. So this could be a good target for price, considering that you want to see, and we want to see reaction out of this new opening gap. So seeing a short could be valid here, but then looking at this price action at the open, it's not very nice what we see here. Like market is rather just building more buy side like this. If I wanted to short really, I would want market open to push higher at first and then do the move to the downside. You know what I'm saying? So this could be problematic to see a price action be like this, a little bit choppy. Alright, so here based on this reaction higher, we flipped a gap here. I would want to see market running for the highs here, and so is this the first percentage? No, it's of course it's not. We got well, small fair value gap here, fair value gap here. I don't know what this is. But yeah, we got the first fair value gap here. Now that I marked that out, we can use that as a level possibly. That could be possible level to go long from if you would see something like this. But as far as now, we haven't really seen very nice price action. Like this isn't really what you want to see. When it comes to ES, willing to push a little bit more lower, or I don't know. Yeah, it's having a little bit more of a retracement to the downside. Also having the first percentage fair value gap like here. It hasn't even broken up like above that. So I don't really like the price action currently here. So we do need to see something that would need to, or I would say, market would need to build a little bit more conviction for me before I can really decide on what I would want to do here. Because like, yeah, I can see things like maybe these highs could get taken out, and maybe this first percentage fair value gap is going to hold, and you know, this type of trade from first percentage fair value gap could easily play out like this. But I ain't going to take that type of trade. Like this too vague. Maybe from this fair value gap, how would that kind of work out? Oh, I need to see the structure still. So the problem obviously is that obviously we are kind of bouncing away from our fair value gap, and we do have some highs here. But you know, market swept the high here. I don't like that. So certainly some problems come with that. But yeah, regardless, I'm still kind of... I can't say anything. We need to see how market would act after pushing back into the sell side liquidity and see what market kind of wants to do after that. Oh, but yeah, market printing a first percentage fair value gap like this, and then after that, you just kind of disrespect it in like every single way, all around it. No, it's not really a good sign. Like it can disrespect it a couple of times even, but I would want to see like at some point market to respect that price point, which we are not doing, so kind of problematic. This could be important FEG as well, seeing how market came to that and rejected. All right. Yeah, no red folder news today. Which is not necessarily a very good thing because, lower volume possibly, which could cause choppiness. But yeah, here price action doesn't really look good at all. Like no, so very low probability currently. Like market's just chopping around, not moving really anywhere. If you are in longs, you probably got stopped out, or you're having to endure a little bit more of a drawdown that possibly you would want to see. And if you are in shorts, you also probably got loss. So there's really no chance for me to make any profits currently in here. SMT at the lows could be a good sign. As you can see, the lows are here lower. So now we broke above the first percentage fair value gap put on SMT. That could be a sign to drive for the highs. So that's really the first kind of trade for the first percentage fair value gap that I could consider taking. But because of all of this prior to this type of setup, I'm not willing to take that. No way. And we got a 3-minute BPR here, which I don't like. I don't like that bearish BPR there. Flip that gap in 3 minutes. Market retracing back to first percentage fair value gap, but maybe I will take the entry. But there has to, these type of things has to happen before I can execute anything. Alright, we're about to see if this 3-minute candle flips the BPR here. Market is way too slow. It's putting way too much large retracements right now. I mean, to be honest, in these kind of conditions, you can make a lot of money if you know the direction and actually have conviction, because large retracements give good entry possibilities, Alright, the 3-minute flips there. 3-minute flips. Am I going to take a trade here? Well, maybe. What if we can see a trade below here? But yeah, it's not looking good for any ideas. This is tape reading conditions, man. Just maybe the best idea is to just sit on your hands and just tape read, as I'm doing. Like mark your first parallel gaps, mark your areas in which you would like to see market reject away from. Look for the SMTs, look for these type of things, but don't be worried or even stressed about taking any type of setup, because you know, to be honest, every setup is kind of whack right now. And even this one, I wouldn't like at all, but the SMT kind of adds value to this. I would totally, I would say that that's the case. Okay, we were starting to move to the upside enough so that I'm maybe considering longs. I could execute it, but we must not take the high here. That's how I'm feeling right now. All right. Yeah, this 3 minutes parallel gap is clearly holding, which is fine and good, but I don't want to execute quite from there. I would take a trade from the first percentage fair value gap here, which market is not going for right now. But we've seen large retracements this morning, so there's a chance that another retracement is going to happen like this. Obviously, it doesn't have to happen. If it doesn't, then I don't need to be a part of this trade. I already made like 2% yesterday. And even yesterday was like a little bit bad prosecution, but I was able to get into a certain trade very early, which allowed me to kind of roll with that trade, and I didn't need to actually take anything. Like had I not taken that, there wouldn't have been any better chances for me the whole day, because we kind of just went higher the whole day. Didn't really give another chances. Market kind of gaps higher, new week opening gap, and then we just move higher, higher, higher. Market opens here, goes a little bit lower, then just breaks higher, breaks higher, breaks higher, breaks higher, kind of consolidates. Doesn't really go for the lows at all, and continues breaking higher, kind of consolidates, sweeps some of these lows overnight, and then we're back much higher here. But yeah, we are having a chance that market wants to give a little bit of a larger retracement. I would hope that that happens because we got some lows here. Obviously, it seems like we're not getting that currently because market is just driving for the high, and this is quite clear high to go for 10 a.m. high. Could we see some type of like 10 a.m. reversal? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. We are in bullish price action currently, although the overall price action is bearish in daily. Looking at this, we are in weekly for rally gap CB, and we got actually a lot of balanced price action in this region. So it would take a lot for price to kind of drive through this area, especially if it wants to do it with speed. I'm not necessarily thinking that that's going to happen. But clearly, price is right now having problems with breaking the high here. I'm hoping for a refreshment again, but it's probably not going to happen after seeing all of this. Probably like this order block is just going to end up holding, and we end up moving higher. But yeah, I don't really care. And I could have taken a trade from this, but it wasn't again something that I really wanted to take from that area. Like I like to utilize these first presented fair value gaps a lot, and in this case, we just didn't get that. I could have got in here a little bit early after break through that, but that wasn't enough for me. Okay, now we've broken to high. Yes. Let's see what high that is. That's 10 a.m. high again. Yeah. Yep. All right. So yes, it didn't really pull anywhere with that 10 a.m. candle. So yes, has taken that 10 a.m. high like a long time ago. So 924 high. Oh yeah. So yes and NQ are kind of doing their own things, kind of moving to the same direction, but a little bit different pace. Yeah. Trading is a little bit boring sometimes. You just have to sit down and look for your charts. But yeah, just looking at this hourly time frame, I would still go for the hourly high here, even though we swept this here. And when it comes to the longs, no from the like no longs from the order block here. I don't know what I would have to see to be able to execute from here. We have seen large retracements. Market sweeps the high here, kind of gives unfavorable reaction out of it because you know if market really really wanted to go for the high, it could have just pushed there within one candle or that. Now we're starting to put on a little bit more of a retracement again. Although I don't want to execute from here, I kind of like how we have order block here and then the 830 price here from which we are reacting out of. Let's see how this CB does. If that CB flips, you could kind of try to catch some type of 1-to-1 to the high here. Yeah, technically I could play out. But yeah, the CB is currently holding and we're actually moving lower, which I wanted to see. So now the question is, if we push below these lows into this first parallel gap, am I going to take a trade? And the answer is going to be yes, I will execute from here with 0.5, sorry, with half a percent of the half a percent risk, because I usually risk 1%. I will risk half a percent from that because of these weird conditions. And if we get like a nice reaction out of it and maybe some type of IFVG higher, I will then add more risk to the setup. But yeah, currently we are still respecting this order block, which isn't really telling me that we are going to try for retracement. Let's see how this order block mean threshold holds. If candle closes below mean threshold, that is very bad for the longs. But if we are respecting this mean threshold, that is good for the buyers. If I try to force a setup right now, I would get in from the mean threshold, have my stop at the low, go for the high. This would be if I try to force a trade here. Alright, I'm thinking this is going to flip the gap. Let's see a quick look at ES. So ES is looking interesting because we had that that first percentage fair value gap that market only only broke above now. ES could actually provide a setup looking like this. But I don't particularly like the slowness of price action currently. And I just can't get myself into taking a setup like this. Like too much liquidity down here. Market could spark a little bit of a retracement here, and then this type of trade would make a lot of sense, and it would hurt me a little bit to try to kind of catch early long here when having stop here would just mean that I would get liquidated and then market running to my favor. So I'm not going to take that. I'd rather just trying to see how NQ is doing, because uh, we're having a lot of problems breaking above this CP right now. Like I was 100% sure that market is going to accelerate after this, but doesn't really seem like it. Doesn't really seem like it at all. Still having problems. You can see how close we were of closing above the FHG, but didn't happen. But the order block here is still holding. Main threshold. I can even write that down here. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just put me MT. I'm kind of glad I'm not in a trade here. Kind of felt like I missed a chance trying to go long from here, but it is what it is, and price isn't actually moving very quickly. Not missing on much. I'm still more in the favor of markets just pushing up from here, but there's no way I'm going to risk that. Try to long from this premium when this is like a possibility. This type of move lower is a possibility. So can't quite do much here. Total bullshit going on in here. All right. Objection hit. Nothing to really do here. Would I get into a long if we like print a fair value gap in here? Let's say we got like a nice BC here, and I try to take a long. Stop loss would have to be kind of large, and then, what's the target really? I don't know. C of this week. Even that is a little bit of a stretch. But yeah, I want to see if the market can put on the fair value gap in here. If that's actually happening, I could get in. But yeah. Alright, so I took a little inversion here. Trying to see if this type of thing would work out. Currently driving higher. Yeah. I'm still holding the full position, no closures. There is a chance that market wants to go really higher today, so still holding. Alright, market bumped here a little bit and I closed the trade. So that's a 1% gain for the day. Not the greatest, but I didn't risk the full on amount that I usually would because of, a little bit choppy price action. I didn't really like it from the open, and yeah, we start climbing up. Market starts to look a little bit more favorable, but it's like in here it still isn't very nice. So I decided to close once the equity of 1% gain realized to this trade. So very good trading day for me. 3% up for the week. Yesterday 2% gain, today 1%. Let's hope for the best for the rest of the week, and yeah, subscribe to the channel and like the video, and I hope that I will see you in the next video.